What do you think are the main things that hold people back, and what tips do you have for new clothing sellers?
That's a question I get actually asked a lot too. So, I mean, the first is to pay attention to the brands you're selling, because for a lot of us long tail sellers, especially in dress shirts, right, they evolve, and something that was hot a year or two ago isn't anymore. Like, let's talk about Bugatti Uomo or an English Laundry or a Thomas Dean, right? Those were like $35, $40 all day at one point, and now they're like, I can get 20 for them. And they sell slow. I mean, like, I sell a couple a month, and I've probably got 100 plus of them up. You have to realize that you have to adjust your pricing as trends change. It doesn't mean they're unsellable, but you have to constantly kind of evaluate the state of what you have listed. The second thing is check your presentation. I found when I added a backdrop and a mannequin to my mix, specifically the backdrop, I had a mannequin for quite a while, but I added a colored backdrop that differentiated me from other sellers, and it made a huge difference. I thought.
What kind of design was it?
It's like a bluish brown, like wood grain, cheap one. I bought it for $10 from China. I mean, it's cheap, but it works. And it works for every color but purple. And that was something that frustrated me because I'd always switch between like white and black based on colors. And so finally, like, this works for everything but purple, and I just kind of eat it with the purple. That's made a huge difference. I don't have any like numbers proof to like prove that it works, but I just noticed the lift. Like, so yeah, I would say presentation. And then the third is like your descriptions. I mean, realize we live in a mobile world now. Like, what you see in the first like glance of the item is going to sell it, right? So description or the title has to be good. The first picture in the window has to be good, and your condition description needs to be good, right? Like that was what actually slowed down a lot of my returns. Was instead of putting flaws in like the long form description, I put them right in the condition, like
the top box.
And my return rate went way down when I started doing that. So yeah, I mean, those are the three things, and then just audit what you're buying, right? Like, that's pretty much it.
Do you use a template in your description, or now that we're in this mobile world, are you just putting a couple lines? Because I used to have a whole script, man, and now that's out the window.
It's hilarious. So I still have your template from your first ebook I bought. So I have that template. I have kind of chopped it up a little bit, like the bottom end, like payment turns on, got rid of.
But you got to get rid of that bottom end, man.
Yeah. So I've used that same template all the way through. And the only reason, I'm not saying people should, but for me, I use sell similar. So every listing I do, I just hit sell similar in my inventory. I have enough of every item I source that I can find something close. So for me, I'm just tabbing through with the arrows, getting to spots, and just changing out the detail real quick. So it's more of an efficiency thing. I don't know that it makes a big difference, but it works for me.